friends, welcome back to my channel. I am doing well. I hope you are also. I have some new pickups that I wanted to talk about today. I'm probably going to get on a little rant and a little tangent about things because that's just the way I seem to be lately. Anyway, so some of these movies I picked up recently from different stores, some that I got through the mail. One thing I love about movies is every movie I have anyway. I don't know how you movie collectors are, but every movie I have tells a story. And it doesn't just tell a story by pressing play on the movie. It tells a story about me and how I obtained them and how I got them. You know, battles I went through in life, or tragedies, or you know, things that made me feel good. Or every movie has a story. I mean, I remember picking up a movie the first day my first child was born. You know what I mean? It's like, it was Jurassic Park 2. And I'll never forget it because I remember the lenticular cover on the VHS. You know, every movie I own is a reason behind it. Either I had a good memory from me going to the movie theater when I was a kid, which I used to go a lot. I remember I used to starve myself. My parents would give me $2 for lunch, and I would stand in the front of the line, or I would talk to the girls, or I'd be like, "Hey, you gonna eat your lunch today? Or you got a lunch ticket you can give me, or whatever?" So I can get that. It was $2.75 to go see a movie at the movie theater when I was younger, and I was like, so $2, I'm 75 cents away from, you know, having that money to go see that movie. So I would save it, and I would kind of hoard it away or whatever, and then I'd beg. I was hungry at lunchtime, so I'd be begging the kids at lunch, especially the ones with the free or reduced lunch tickets that didn't really care about their lunches anyway. Most of the time they would bring lunch, and they weren't even using their free or reduced lunch tickets. I was like, well, can I have that lunch ticket? And that's pretty much how I survived my middle school years, and how I was able to see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies. Some movies so many times that it was ridiculous. I mean, I went to go see Can't Buy Me Love and Dream a Little Dream every single day since the day they came out. So it came out on whatever day it was. I used to leave school, go every single day, one after the other, just to go see that movie until it got out of the theater. It was crazy, but I was obsessed with those two movies. I absolutely loved them. So every movie has a memory. I hope you feel the same way, and that's the reason why you collect. I collect physical media because I want to hold my memories. I'm trying to hold on to my memories. And when I hold a Blu-ray or a DVD or 4K or whatever, not the VHSs anymore, but I'm kind of pushed them away. But I kind of wish I had them back. I got rid of them. I kind of wish I had some of them back because those were like memories that I traded in for new memories, if that makes any sense. So if I hold a movie up, it's like this is a memory from when I bought the VHS, or I saw it in a movie theater, and it's also a memory of me getting it now. So it's like there's a whole ball of things going on in my head when I purchase a movie. So they're important to me, and I hope movies are important to you. That's probably the reason why you're watching this channel, because this channel is all about movies and music. Okay, because I am a big music fan. Also, music and movies and toys are a big part of my life. So that's what this channel is wrapped around with. So if you like movies, music, and toys, hit the subscribe button, because I plan on being here as much as I can and talking and ranting about the things that I love, which are music, movies, toys, and probably my family, because they got issues too. So we talk about that stuff, because this is kind of like let me call it movie therapy. So I'm kind of ranting and talking to you guys, and you're kind of like my TV therapists. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm not paying for a therapist. I know they don't care about me, so I'm not giving them a dime. So it's better for me to talk to this little box over here and hoping that somebody's listening to me. And and how I could tell if you are listening to me is hit that subscribe button. Okay? I have extremely low self-esteem. Every time I see somebody add me, my self-esteem goes up. Make me feel good. Hit it. All right. First movie. Chances are. And the other thing, I also decided I'm not editing anymore. What you see is what you get. That's it. I sit down and I edit way too much. You know, it's like I sit there and I'm like, because I like critique myself like really bad, and I'm like, well, this doesn't look right. That doesn't sound right. I messed up saying that. But you know what? You guys need to get the real deal. From now on, what you see is what you get. I post it, and that's it. So mistakes, non-mistakes. I'm not putting bloopers at the end. This whole thing might be a blooper, and you can enjoy it. So that's the way it goes. But anyway, Chances Are, starring, okay, here we go. Sybil Shepherd, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan O'Neal and Mary Stuart Masterson. Okay, Mary Stuart Masterson, you would probably know her from Some Kind of Wonderful. She's also from Benny and June. She really didn't do that much besides that, unless I'm missing something. She's probably part of a TV series or something that I never watched. Probably a chick flick type situation, you know what I mean, that I've never caught on to. I know she cut her hair. When she cut her hair, sometimes when they change their look, I get confused, like the girl from Dirty Dancing. She got to cut her hair. She did something with her nose. Whatever happened, she looked like a totally different person and confused me. So I just stopped watching movies that had to do with her. That's the way it works. So anyway, this is a great movie. Chances are, starring Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is Robert Downey Jr. I'm saying it too fast, so I'm messing it up. Robert Downey Jr. is probably one of the better actors out there nowadays, and not just because he did Iron Man. He just does some good movies. He's done some good movies in the past. As a matter of fact, if you go back to all of the '80s movies and like '90s movies, and you kind of put them all together, if you go on like what am I looking for here? Not Rotten Tomato. I got Rotten Tomato in my head, but it's not Rotten Tomato. Internet Movie Database. There you go. And you look up Robert Downey Jr. movies. You'll be surprised at how many movies this guy has been in. He didn't even play. It was like small parts. He was in this movie called Firstborn. I absolutely loved that movie. He had like a little small part. There was a movie I watched the other day. I think it was called Tough Turf. And he was in that too. Like 80s movies. You know what I mean? It's like he was just in a lot of movies. And he's a great actor. I know he had his issues with drugs, straightened himself out. He's got a backstory. Google that stuff if you want to, okay? Google it. Check it out, okay? Read about the guy. Great actor. Probably one of my favorites out there right now. And it's not just for Iron Man. I honest with you, I got bored with Iron Man after a while. I watched Iron Man 1, I watched Iron Man 2, and then I watched all of those ones, the Avenger movies, and I was like, okay, I'm done with Iron Man. You know what I mean? It's nothing against Robert Downey Jr. or Iron Man in general. It's like Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, but then when they get the new Spider-Man, I don't get him. I don't get the new Spider-Man. I just don't get him. Don't understand him. He's not my favorite. My daughter's like, oh, but he's so cute. He's not cute to me. I don't think he's cute. I'm not watching Spider-Man to look for cuteness. I'm not watching Spider-Man because I think he's cute. I watch Spider-Man because I want to see the story. I want to see the actor. And Tobey Maguire and the other guy, which I no disrespect, I'm not going to remember his name. Maybe I'll flash it. No, I'm not, because I'm not going to edit anything. But the other guy, whatever his name was, okay? Awesome Spider-Man. Awesome. I mean, flawless, beautiful, excellent. I liked 1, 2, and 3 of the original Spider-Man guy. I liked the 1 and 2 of the second Spider-Man guy. This new Spider-Man, I don't get him. I didn't get him in Avengers. I don't get him now. Okay, is it Tom Holland? John Holland? Jim Holland? Oh, you got it right over here. Let me see. Wait. I'm going to have to stack some stuff here to get this guy's name for you. But I'm going to do it because I'm dedicated to find out what this guy's name is. I'm not going to... Well, actually, I got the other... no, wait. Well, I got the Spider-Man other collections like right here, too. I'm going to end up dropping it. Yep. Yeah, I'm dropping it. Everything's falling. That's okay. Like I said, I'm not editing this stuff. So anyway, what's this guy's name? Let me see here. See, he's so popular, they don't even put his name on the cover of the movie. What's his name? This is crazy. Are you serious? I'm talking in high voice because I'm so confused. Wow. I know this is Spider-Man Far From Home, and I know he had a first one. What? Tom Holland. Okay, I was right. Tom Holland. But I got to read the thing to find out what his name... So, I mean, Iron Man, they put Robert Downey Jr.'s name right on the front. This guy, no. I don't get him, okay? I don't think he's cute. I don't get him. I just don't... Please bring back Tobey Maguire, or bring back... Wait, do I have the other one over here? I dropped everything on the floor over here. So, yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna give this guy the respect that he has, the respect that he needs. And I'm gonna give you this guy's name correctly here. Is it Andrew Garfield? Am I right about that? Comment below if I'm wrong. But the guy from this one, okay, from the Amazing Spider-Man. This guy blew my mind. He was awesome. But then I guess he had some kind of issue with the director or the writer or whatever, and then they decided they weren't going to let him do the next Spider-Man, so they hired this guy over here, and this guy is just confusing me. Because, yeah, I understand Spider-Man was supposed to be like this little kid. I'm getting off the kick of Paul Robert Downey Jr., but I understand Spider-Man was supposed to be this little kid, and then he gets bit by a spider, and then not my favorite. He's not. Okay, I don't think he's cute. Okay? I have no attraction to this guy whatsoever. don't get me wrong. I didn't have any attraction to Tobey Maguire or the other guy either. No, I didn't. I didn't have any attraction to them. But anyway, but they were good actors, and I understood it. You know, this guy is like, I know he's playing a kid, but he's really playing up the kid part. Like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like he's like the dumb Spider-Man. Okay, and don't get me wrong. As far as an actor goes, he's probably done other movies that have been halfway decent, but I just don't get it. I mean, he's just like, he's like the Spider-Man that doesn't know how to do anything. He's like, oh, Iron Man, you gotta go to Robert Downey Jr. to tell me what to do, because I'm Spider-Man, but I can't stand on my own 2 feet. I'm confused. Okay, bring back Tobey Maguire. Bring back the other guy. I hope I'm saying the guy's name right over here. It says Andrew Garfield. Am I saying it? Yeah, because it says Emma Stone, Andrew Garfield. It's gotta be. Yeah. Okay. So this guy, phenomenal. Okay. Phenomenal. Okay. I dropped the other one. I guess Tobey Maguire one. Yeah, I got it right. Where are you, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man? I lost him. He's probably down the bottom. Let me see. Spider-Man. Yeah, here we go. This is good. This guy, Spider-Man. Okay? Awesome. I don't get it. I just don't get him. Okay? I don't get him. Just like the multiple Hulks. I don't get him. I'm confused. The first one was good. What's the guy from American History X? Wow. Drawing a blank. It's okay. I'll remember later. And I know you know who I'm talking about. Good Spider-Man. Terrible CGI. I didn't care for it. The new Spider-Man. Sorry, Hulk. Okay? Terrible CGI. The new Hulk. I like the actor. I like it's going on, but I mean, it's like in between we have a Hulk that I can't even remember. That's not good. All right. Anyway, so I got my Tom Holland rant out of there. Okay, listen, the little teen girls might love him, but the big movie fan that I am is confused. Okay, he just look, he's just a sad Spider-Man. He can't make up his own mind. He doesn't make the right choices. And I understand maybe that they're trying to go with the, he's a kid and kids don't all make the right choices type thing. But I like my superheroes to have like, to be superheroes. They should have superior things going on. You know what I mean? I know they all got faults and stuff, but I mean, yeah, he's a Spider-Man. I mean, he's probably like, can you spin a web and fly through the air? Can you climb up wall? No, I can't. Okay, I can't. But I can't buy this guy being Spider-Man either. So whatever. All right. So chances are, good movie. Robert Downey Jr., one of his early ones. Sybil Shepherd, great movie. And Mary Stuart Masterson. I'm not going to give any props to Ryan O'Neal because, hey, he's a good actor. But he wasn't what this movie was. Sybil Shepherd and Robert Downey Jr. and the Mary Stuart Masterson part. Ryan O'Neal part was he was just like the poor guy that trying to hang on to his wife and trying to hang on to his daughter and his stepdaughter, and everything was going wrong. So it's about Robert Downey Jr. Let's see if we can get this one right, because this is really going to blow your mind. Robert Downey Jr. plays this guy who dies, who's married to Sybil Shepherd, and comes back not from the dead. Okay, he comes back from heaven, and he's reincarnated as this other person. Okay, but the problem is when you go to heaven, I guess, when you die, and this is the story that this story tells you, and it's actually pretty interesting and kind of funny if you think about it. When you get up to heaven, they reincarnate you. They give you a shot. They inject you with something that makes you erase your memory. Well, the Robert Downey Jr. character was in a hurry, and in a hurry to go back to Earth and start his life all over again, and forgot to take the shot. So memories start coming back, and he's in love with his wife. And when he goes back to see his wife is now about to marry his best friend, which is played by the Ryan O'Neal character. But unfortunately, and even more confusing, his daughter, played by Mary Stuart Masterson, is now falling in love with the Robert Downey Jr. character, which is actually her father. Mind-blowing, but you'll figure it out within the first 5 minutes, so I'm not spoiling anything for you. It's interesting, entertaining, and confusing all in one, but Robert Downey Jr. does a great job. Sybil Shepherd is awesome. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Sybil Shepherd movie. Okay, she was great in Taxi Driver. She was great in Moonlighting. I mean, I can name other movies, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that right now and tell you that this is a great movie. If you've never seen, chances are, pick it up, watch it. It's good. It's entertaining. It's gonna become one of your favorites. All right. Wow, all of that for just one. I just went on a whole rant about Spider-Man while I was talking about Robert Downey Jr. while I was talking about Chances Are, and realized that the time's running here. I'm already 15 minutes in, and I haven't got to the next movie. Okay, next movie, Pandemonium. Okay, this movie, I watched it in fast forward. It was terrible. I don't know. Okay, maybe because nowadays humor has changed, but they try to sell it as almost like a It was almost like a, let me see how I can describe this. Not Scream, scary movie. You know, they did the Naked Gun. You know, what do they call those things? Like parody type movie. Okay, yeah, like a parody, a comedy parody of a movie that was actually good. Okay, so anyway, Pandemonium. So they sold it at this. It had Judge Reinhold in it. Who doesn't love some Judge Reinhold? Okay, he was great in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He's been great in everything that I've ever seen him in. I don't think it was his fault for this movie, okay? Because it was just confusing. It's about these cheerleaders, and they're all going back to school, and there's a killer, but it's a comedy. But it's a comedy that is just not funny anymore. It's not. It was probably funny back in the day, and this might have been your favorite movie back in the day. But I don't know, it's like one of these things that you put it in, you're like Knight Rider. Used to love Knight Rider. I put it in recently, and I'm like, wow, I love Knight Rider. Now, I still collect the toys, and I still have much respect for Knight Rider, but I just don't want to put it in anymore. I just don't want to see it no more. I don't know what it is, but maybe this is the situation with this. Pandemonium. This is one of the pricier movies too. I had to wait a little while for this one because this was put out by Vinegar Syndrome, which Vinegar Syndrome is actually an awesome distributor of Blu-rays. They mostly distribute like old movies that you can't find anymore, and this is one of them. So I was like, I'm gonna hop on this. I've never seen it before. They sold it as I'm trying to think of what the Student Bodies. There's a movie called Student Bodies. I still love it. Absolutely love it. It's a comedy about this killer, and he does these stupid things, and it's just funny as he goes along. This one, I tried. I actually, it's rated, okay, it is rated PG, so I was going to try to watch it with my kids and see if maybe because I'm getting older, maybe the humor is beyond me. Maybe I've reached that humor plateau, and this is just not doing it no more. So I figured maybe I would, watch it with them. So there's still a chance. And maybe I'll chuckle a little bit while this is all going on. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, Pandemonium, it's out by Vinegar Syndrome on Blu-ray. All right. Next movie is The Brothers Grimsby. Okay. I put off getting this movie for a long time. There's a knock at the door. Hang on. Now I had to edit because kids have keys, but they don't know how to unlock doors. They knock on doors and they bang on them like they're the police or something, and forcing me to have to leave the room. So anyway, Brother Grimsby. Brother Grimsby? The Brothers Grimsby. Brothers Grimsby? Yeah, I'm saying it right. All right, this is a Sacha Baron Cohen film, okay, that I kind of put off for a while. I saw the preview for it in the movie theater, but I put it off. I was like, I wasn't in a big hurry to see it. And then all of a sudden, they flashed it on one of the YouTube channels, and like, you should check it out. Actually, people were kind of bashing it, saying it was terrible movie, not to watch it. Okay, since I got it, I watched it 3 times already. I enjoyed it. Not a kid's movie. Definitely not a kid's movie. Don't watch it with the kids. Don't try to watch it with the kids. Not a kid's movie. Funny movie though. Okay, if you're into kind of funny, gross comedy type stuff, you'll enjoy this. Okay. It was a watch. It was worth watching. It was worth watching enough for me to watch it 3 times. I enjoyed it. I actually told the wife, you got to see it too. She fell asleep. Maybe not her kind of comedy. I don't know how she falls asleep during these things, but I enjoyed it, and I think you'd enjoy it also. So, see, the knock at the door threw me off. Okay, I was on my game, and now I'm settled down because now I got other things I got to deal with. So anyway, The Brothers Grimsby. It's a definite pickup. Here's another one that I had that I put off for a while. Your Highness. Okay, starring Danny McBride, James Franco, and Natalie Portman. Am I glad I put this off? Yeah, I mean, I watched it, and did I laugh? A couple times. Yeah, you know, I'm a big Seth Rogen fan. It said this was made by the people that made Pineapple Express, so I was like, okay, well, this is going to be halfway decent because it's made by the people who made Pineapple Express, and I love Pineapple Express, so I figured I'd put this in, and I'd watch this with the kids. I put it in, and I watched it with the kids. Did I have any uncomfortable moments? Not really. Did I enjoy it? It's all right. I watched it. It's done. I could put it in my catalog of movies that I watched, especially since it was a James Franco movie, which who doesn't love James Franco movies, okay? So if you have a chance to see it, Your Highness is definitely worth a watch. I mean, it's not the best movie in the world. Will it keep you entertained for an hour and a half? On and off. You're probably going to reach a spot in the middle somewhere where you're kind of like, should I just stop this thing? Or should I fight on through it? Fight on through it. It's worth a fight. Okay, so Your Highness, starring Danny McBride, James Franco, Natalie Portman. And this is the unrated and theatrical version of it. I had this on, funny thing is I had this on DVD, never watched it. And I upgraded it to Blu-ray and forced myself to watch it. Because I was like, if I'm going to upgrade it, I might as well watch it. Because it doesn't make any sense to upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray, but not watch the movie ever. But I was going by the movie This Is the End when they said, let's make sequels to all our movies. And I think it was James Franco or whatever says, let's not make a sequel to Your Highness. So I assumed that this was just a terrible movie and let's not make the movie. Maybe I didn't get the joke in the movie, maybe because they were the McBride character and This Is the End. They kind of didn't like him or whatever. So maybe I misunderstood the joke, but this was not worth a part 2. It should have had a part 2 though, because the way it ends, you'll be like, there should be a part 2. But do I really care? I don't know. But it was worth the watch. Okay. Your Highness. Okay. Last one. This is a great movie. Absolutely great movie. And it is called Crossroads. And this is one of those, let me see what company puts these things out. Oh my gosh, you see it? Mill Creek. It's a Mill Creek company film that they put out. They do this awesome thing with the Blu-rays that they make them look like they're old VHS tapes. And I like to collect them, even though there's some movies that I'm not really a big fan of, so I kind of stay away from some of them. But this stars Ralph Macchio, and I'm gonna say his name wrong. I know I am. Joe Seneca. I'm probably saying that right. I might have got that right. Joe Seneca and Ralph Macchio. Okay, and if you don't know who Ralph Macchio is, he's the guy from The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai and The Outsiders and probably some other things that I'm forgetting. But this is one of his better movies. Okay. Is it The Karate Kid? No. Does it have anything to do with The Karate Kid? No. Is he doing karate in this? No. It's about this kid that wants to play blues guitar, and he wants to go to the Crossroads to make a deal with the devil, or see the place where Robert Johnson made a deal with the devil, and he ends up meeting this old man that used to hang around with Robert Johnson back in the day. I hope I'm getting that right, Robert Johnson. We're talking about Robert Johnson here, right? I think so. I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, comment below. But he wants to go to the places where Robert Johnson went, hang around with the people Robert Johnson hung around with. So he poses as a janitor so he can get closer to the guy. And a lot of things happen. Good movie. Get a chance to see it. It's cheap. Go to Walmart, Best Buy, like $9, $8 and change. And good movie. Worth the buy. Definitely worth the buy. Ralph Macchio, Crossroads. And that's it. I'm going to save some more for next time. So I will see you next time. Hit that likes button. Hit that likes button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share with your friends. And I will see you later.